Hello, welcome to Mining for Gold, a tutorial about the significance of the 1900 United States Census, also known as the Federal Population Schedule. My name is Krista Noble, and I am a graduate student at San Jose State University. The ambitions of this tutorial are: number one, locate where you can access the 1900 census online. Number two, discover the golden nuggets in the 1900 census. 3, ascertain how the 1900 census can be a helpful tool for researching your family. Let's begin with a refresher on the United States Census. The census began in 1790. Article 1, Section 2 of the U.S. Constitution empowers Congress to take a census every 10 years. Today, the Bureau of the Census is located within the U.S. Department of Commerce. Although the census is one of the key first steps in researching your family's genealogy, its main purpose is to count the population of the United States. The census is still taken every 10 years. However, each census has varying degrees of information. The censuses from 1850 to 1940 contain the fullest genealogical information. Unfortunately, most of the 1890 census was destroyed, although some substitutes are available. There is a privacy law called the 72-year rule that only allows public access to a census 72 years after it was collected. Online access to the 1900 census. There are several online programs that provide access to extractions and digitized images of the census. Some of these include FamilySearch.org, which requires a free account setup, Ancestry.com, which requires a paid subscription, and library editions of online programs such as MyHeritage and Ancestry.com. Please check with your local library for more information. Images used in this presentation are from FamilySearch.org. The 1900 census was taken beginning on June 1st, 1900. Because most of the 1890 census is missing, the 1900 census is critical for reconciling what happened to a family in the previous 20 years. Information recorded on the 1900 census includes data in the following areas: location of home, name, relationships, personal descriptions, nativity, citizenship, occupation, and ownership of home. As is the case with any documents, please keep in mind what type of source a census is. It is a derivative source, not an original source, so the information will need to be corroborated with other records. Now let's take a look at some of the golden nuggets or genealogy wisdom you can find in the 1900 census. Number one, the 1900 census is the first and only census where month and year of birth is recorded. Looking at an example from my family, you can see the month and the years all of the Bachmans were born. This certainly helps when researching a community full of Bachmans born in the same year. Number 2, number of years married. By now, it has been 20 years since marriage data was available on the census. A lot of information needs sorting out. Is this 1900 spouse the same or different from an 1880 spouse? If so, what happened to the first spouse? Did this couple marry between 1880 and 1900? And if so, when? Gottlieb and Anna Bachman from my family have been married for 15 years in 1900 during the 20-year gap of the census. Number 3, mother of how many children and how many still living. This is critical to find out if you've missed a child in the last 20 years for your family. In the Bachman family, a son was born in 1891 but died in 1899. Without the information on the 1900 census, I may have missed the child. Number 4, year of immigration, naturalization, and number of years living in the U.S. 1900 is the only census to ask the number of years living in the U.S., which can be helpful in determining if previous information is correct. In the Bachman family, the year of immigration was listed differently on many records. Finding a date and the number of years living in the U.S. helped clarify other records. Those are just a few of the golden nuggets within the 1900 census. I encourage you to mine for gold in all the censuses. Thank you for being here. For more information on U.S. censuses, please see Family Search Wiki's census page.